we could have a catastrophic failure where the building could fall off the dome.
I don't like all the cracking and banging that's going on.
Doug's family home of 35 years is rigged and ready for lifting. Moving the house will set Doug back $80,000. Renovations and landscaping after the move, another $150,000. In total, the move will hit Doug's bank balance for $230,000. The crew need all the force they can muster to prise this 100-ton monster off its footings. The jacks exert a huge lifting force on the house. When the force in Ben's jacks hits 100 tons, the house should start lifting. The team battled through a freezing afternoon to lift the mansion 4 feet into the air.
Finally, the house is off the ground. I'm amazed at how well it's supported.
They dragged the mansion onto 40 wheels.
Lock them up.
Finally, it's ready to roll.
Okay. Looks like our front tires are slipping a little bit on the ground, so we're gonna have a little bit of trouble steering.
The ground's a bit soft. I'm just concerned about the stability of the house.
But no fear, Doug's trusty tractor is here.
The horsepower we got is Doug's secret weapon. It's helping out a lot here.
They dare not move any faster than 3 miles per hour for fear of shaking the house.
This is the biggest house I've ever moved.
It takes an hour to inch across the field. But a huge obstacle ahead threatens to halt the move.
That power line, it's a main line feeding Saskatoon. It's 138,000 volts, so you don't want to mess with it.
I think we are golden. Good stuff.
The team have crossed the field, but turning onto the road won't be easy. A gas station blocks the corner.
I wasn't expecting quite that many cars parked on this gas station lot. It's gonna be really tight going through these vehicles here. Watch that ditch there.
Steering around this sign without leaning too far into the ditch will test Scott's mettle.
It's gonna get my whole damn dolly in the ditch.
Can I take more?
Oh, what?
The house suddenly lurches. One false move now and the house could tumble.
Where's that noise coming from?
Scotty acts fast to wrench the house back onto the road.
Oh yeah, we barely made it around that corner, Ben.
It's tight. I'm glad that's over.
They pick up the pace on the open road. But as they get closer to the new site, the path closes in on them.
It's 56 feet wide, so it's a challenge.
Oh man, I don't like this. Wicked ditch on my left side and these tight trees on my right.
This ditch is sharp enough, it could suck our wheels right in.
We're still within inches up there on my left side, squeaking her through.
Any tighter and the branches could smash the windows or wreck the roof.
We're gonna start cutting down some trees. These trees aren't, the road isn't wide enough for us to get around them. We got the wheels quite far into the ditch here, so there's quite the lean going on the house here.
Should almost be out of the woods, as it were.
Just as the mansion inches towards the finishing line, disaster looms.
No, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Lift up those chains. Our chains were gonna snag the basement, so we just had to lift them up a little bit.
After 2 weeks' work, the house is just one slide away from its new home.
The house is here. It's arrived.
Okay, let's roll. Very nice. Oh.
The house floats precariously 12 feet in the air.
She's done. That's one of our most challenging moves that we've done. Feeling good right now.
After a 6-mile trek through ice and snow, the mansion is now back in the open countryside.
They're gonna pick us up and get us over there by the water, I hope. It's crazy.
Building the mansion has cost them over $2.3 million. Moving it will be another $125,000, bringing the eye-watering total for this epic project to almost $2.5 million.
If we didn't have that ballast counterweight in the middle, then we would have another structural beam running across and tying those two dollies together. Oh, that's going to be a problem when we start the move.
We want to get it to go straight. It's cattywampus a little bit. This is a heavy boat.
Coming up.
Heavy lifter Jeff Still pressures up hydraulic jacks
He's got pressure on the bleed hose.
to try and heave the 3-story house off its concrete supports.
Kind of nerve-wracking.
That's scary. One little mistake and everything I've done is just all screwed up. We're free everywhere?
Yep.
But it's too big to budge.
The side beam is bending quite a bit.
It's just going to put a lot of stress on the boat, and it's gonna sag and crack all the walls.
Well, a little bit of a separation there. Boy.
The crew pack the gaps between the beams and floor with wooden blocks to spread the weight more evenly.
It's a balancing act. We don't want to overload this beam.
Pretty stressful, that's for sure. It really is. It's just like, my God.
Oh! Oh! Shut this machine off. I'm not comfortable with it.
The massive mansion buckles the beam to breaking point.
We're going to go to a four dolly system on this. Yeah, we'll give that a try.
Well, I feel a lot more at ease, with the extra 2 axles.
With extra wheels beefing up the beam, the team face their next big test. Roll the house to the water side.
Yeah, look at the size of her when she comes out of that hole there.
Nice and easy.
The crew must jackknife the wheels to reach the launch site, but turn too hard and the house could topple.
It's a pretty low ramp you go up, and it kind of makes you nervous. It's a slight tilt in the driveway here.
So we got minimum space to get this thing shifted as far over as we need to.
Giant house, it's very difficult to turn this thing. Other way! Other way! Can't turn it! Oh! Oh! Hold that! Oh! Oh!
Boy, that's just inches away.
My heart is racing. Look at that.
Hold that! That's all we have.
It's like a nickel and a nickel candy machine right there. Look at that. What do you got, 1 foot on each side?
Thank you, baby.
Okay.
Now it's launch time. Now the crew face their toughest challenge.
Okay, let's do it.
Launch this monster.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever been done before, picking something this big, already all put together, and then it's a little bit tougher when you're over the water.
Well, we'll do our best not to drop the house, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, your way 20 feet. Roger, roger.
The scale of this move is unprecedented, worrying tug skipper Eric Freeman.
Well, there's about a million different possibilities, but the most common is something breaking. You want to get this thing in the water as quick as you can.
Go ahead and start lining up and booming up.
Coming up easy.
The crane crew tensions up the lifting straps. They must balance the house perfectly or risk ripping it in two.
Well, looks like they're crushing that gutter good.
That makes me a little nervous.
There we go.
Okay, we'll go easy up.
With the house dangling 30 feet in the air,
So far, so good.
Eric must now edge the steam crane out into the canal.
If anything happens, this is where it's going to happen from now until splashdown. So the make or break right here.
Mike's mansion pushes the steam hoist to its limits.
Far out.
this much weight. It's going to pull us down.
Another 5 feet to go.
The Eagle has landed.
The extra concrete making up for the missing swimming pool just wasn't enough. So Mike puts in an emergency order for another 20 tons to level out the list.
Sooner the better.
I'm seeing a good 18 inches out of the water line.
There's always a way to make stuff work.
The extra concrete adds another $2,000 to the project.
He's empty.
Pretty damn good, Mike.
Okay, pulling away easy.
Roger, roger.
It's going to be blown off the dock a little.
Okay, roger that.
Oh my gosh, isn't she a beauty? She looks so lovely on the water.
But she's big, Patty. Really big. Mike's hitching a ride, but he worries she'll be blown off course.
We get a lot of sail area, so we can blow around, so it's going to be up to the tugboat guys.
Sliding a little sideways here. It's a monster. The more wind you have, the harder it is to control it. That's why we're using 2 boats on it.
Good clearance up top there. Roger, roger.
The wind blows too hard, you end up crashing. That's the worst case scenario. No sinking, no fire, no carnage.
With the voyage underway, Patty joins Mike on the bridge.
Hey, how come you didn't carry me over the threshold?
I helped you get in the boat.
Oh, it's really cool, all the boats that have joined us.
Probably kind of an unusual sight.
But with half a mile of crowded canal up ahead, Patty and Mike had better hold on. Now tugboat Captain Eric must guide it through the city's most crowded waterway.
It's getting real busy here now. You know, people get drinking and be in the sunshine all day, and they're like, what's that, you know? You hope that they just go around you. They figure out that you're not going to move.
Here it is. We can see where we're going to go. People are going to freak.
So right now we're underneath the Aurora Bridge. Let's maneuver this thing in place.
Unless Mike's tape measure is broken, it'll fit.
All right, I'm turning. Roger.
Squeezing the 10-meter wide mansion into an 11-meter mooring with one of Seattle's biggest bridges in the way.
Well, your way 20 feet.
Will test both captains' mettle.
Just be a little ballet here.
10 feet.
I'll just go in and out here. Use the weight of the house a little bit to help her turn.
Roger. Just be ready to stop her up in just a minute. I'll get it over where Mike can get a line around it.
It's looking good. She's gonna fit just fine.
Tell me when you're happy there.
Happy now.
It fits, doesn't it?
It's all put to bed.
Wow.
Look at that.
She's a beauty.
It's taken 2 years to build their new home and an army of people to move it here.
Hey, very well done. And
Thank you, Mike.
I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dwayne McCann's move crew have ripped the house off its 70-year-old footings. Now they face an even bigger test, sliding the 60-ton Colossus onto wheels. Time to break out the wash bags, boys. Steve and Christine bought the cottage for the bargain price of just $12,000. Moving it will cost them $25,000. Building foundations and an addition, another $157,000, bringing the total cost for this ambitious project to $194,000.
Look, the house is moving, guys. Wow.
It's a really impressive sight to see such a heavy structure being just slid across.
She moans and groans, but she slides pretty nice there.
Wow, house is over there now.
Keep going.
Dwayne's crew must now guide the house 50 meters to the roadside. Heavy mud and family pets will make this maneuver tricky.
A small little gravestone over there, and I mean, I really don't want to disturb that.
Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking because it's rained last night, so everything's a bit wet and slippery, and I think it'll be some wheel spinning.
25 seconds.
It's a slog, even for Dwayne's top trucker, Barry Matheson.
And it's slick, so it's a little bit of right back and forth here. Just wiggle our way out.
Yeah, it looks like they're slipping a little bit.
He needs nerves of steel to stop the house sinking.
We're gonna wiggle it around here a bit, see what we can do. Straighten out a bit. Good. Back up a bit.
Spinning wheels back and forth to catch that little bit of grip. They're good drivers. That's incredible.
That's that for today, buddy.
It was a little sloppy there. Hopefully it doesn't do any worse here overnight. Crowded over here, so we can only cross our fingers and hope she holds up. A little bit of rain, a little bit of snow will make it a little bit ugly on the other end there.
Dwayne's crew must reach Steve and Christine's farm before sunset to avoid ice making the move even more difficult.
First bit is going to be to get the traffic stopped out of the way. Once they have that under control, we'll be good to pull out.
It's on the road and it's going. Listen to it. Oh my goodness. It's starting to snow. That's a little scary.
The snow's not the only problem.
Expecting the train? Well, no, we weren't expecting the train here. Can't really stop those guys when they're going.
The biggest thing to worry about is just getting through the signs if we have the width. Sometimes we have to go swing through on an angle.
They clear the tracks.
We can start snowflakes coming here now, so hopefully it don't get too much worse.
But the obstacles keep coming, thick and fast.
Last one going by, a little red one.
If the peak was this way, it'd be a little easier. But when it's crossways, of course, you got to have the height through the whole width of the house.
Barry must keep his eyes on the prize to sneak the house under all the wires.
You know, if we hit this wire, we're gonna die. Just coming under another wire here.
Bring it to your right, 2 feet.
Clear on this wire.
Clear the wire.
One more under, probably 5 more to go here.
Wow, it's just so surreal.
They're 10 miles into the 20-mile journey. A stream of traffic is slowly growing behind the extra wide load. And up ahead is an obstacle that could scupper everything.
It's gonna be a little tight squeeze here. We might have to just lift up the one side to get over top of the guardrail. I measured twice, but sometimes I could be wrong. We tried to lift it up a little bit here to get over top of the guardrail here, so just needed a couple of inches here. Lift it up, change. Good?
Drunk old guy coming at you here, so let him know what's up.
Should be good, Barry. Come ahead slow.
That's the most nerve-wracking part of the whole journey.
It's very exciting seeing it on the highway.
It was really tight squeeze.
This is awesome. I'm in my element right now and I'm loving every minute of it.
They clear the bridge, allowing the traffic to pass safely. Trucker Barry is anxious to reach the farm fast to avoid ice on the roads tonight. But the dangers aren't over yet.
Oh, we've gotten off the highway. Maybe some rough road to worry about.
Yeah, 200, 300 meters. And I think I'm in the way right now, actually, apparently.
think the biggest problem I have today with this side is the wet, the mud. Mud always makes everything a little slower.
After about the first ½ inch of soil, it's like butter. So if we don't have these chains on, we'll just sit there spinning and spinning.
Well, the chains probably gonna be the difference between us getting there and not getting there.
Beams are really, really close to the entryway there. It's a pretty tight squeeze for it.
We get the back of the beams touching the ground, and then you're just dragging the hose instead of rolling.
Now we're gonna lift it up and drop the front right down. Go ahead, yeah.
The final 200 bumpy meters are a hard slog for the team.
We've almost got her beat, but this will tell the tale right here.
Keep her rolling, Barry. Another 5-6 feet. We'll be clear of the little dip here. Inches from beam touching. Start the downwind.
Watching it when it's going across the field, I was telling the kids, looks like there's an earthquake going on. Oh, I just wonder what it's like inside.
And it's nearly there, and they haven't even got stuck yet.
That's her.
Very exciting.
The house reaches its new footing. First challenge, launch the house. But it's been built away from the riverbank. So they must roll it to the water's edge on tracks and special wheels called dollies. Buying the mooring will set Graham and Sharon back $400,000. Building the house, $240,000. Moving the house downriver, $80,000. Bringing the grand total for this ambitious project to $720,000. The 110-ton house is finally on the move and inches forward. Bob's team must keep a constant watch on the dollies. They reset the tracks to line the house up perfectly with the dockside. The house is poised to make the plunge. They line up the trucks. Now the precarious launch can begin. The house is now dangling over the water.
When the trailing dollies are over the edge, we have the most load imposed onto the trucks, and that's when we could have a failure. If the trucks were to break loose, we could have a catastrophic failure where the building could fall off the dollies.
Nice.
It's starting to float. It feels good.
It wasn't coming up, but it's slow. It's so heavy, right? It's amazing. But if you look along the concrete lines, you can see that it's almost perfectly level. It's very flat, so I'm really happy.
Another successful launch.
It might be a floating home, but that doesn't mean it's tough enough to survive a 7-mile river journey.
It's like throwing a big block of concrete.
He's a character, that Brent guy, but I trust him. He's really good at what he does.
Night begins to fall. Time is ticking away fast, and with the family waiting for him, Brent can't afford to let up speed. But darkness is falling rapidly, making it even tougher to spot the deadly deadheads.
Oh, they're all through the river here, and at nighttime you can't see them and everything else.
The fast-moving river traffic isn't helping.
C-SPAN, Greg Renegade, thank you very much for the slow bell there. You gotta ask them to slow down or everything gets wet in there. And then the customer's real mad. So is the insurance guy.
There's still a mile to go, and in the pitch black, Brent will need to keep the house safely on course.
Look at that thing. It's so close and yet so far.
And slows down just in time. But parking the house at the pier will be an even bigger challenge.
Driving her engine slow. Idle on it. That corner. No. Drive the tail end in.
It's a tight squeeze in the pitch black.
Yeah. We gotta come in this way a bit more, you guys. What's happening with that piling over there? Are we gonna pass it or no?
But is the space just too small for the huge house?
What do we hit? Yep, got it. Piling.
The roof hits a piling. it doesn't sound good.
I didn't really take into account the fact that I had overhangs and I had pilings here. Yeah, that's too close. Oh, I think we can fix that. We'll just bang that out. It'll be no problem at all.
There's not far to go now.
It's gonna come this way about 2 feet. Okay, slow it down. That's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Leave it there.
The house finally floats into position. They tie it to the pier with ropes.
It's tight. It's very tight, yeah. Good job. Thank you. Very nice. Look at that. Everyone, let's go on.
Wow, Grant, thank you. I'm Graham's wife, Sharon.
Hi, Graham's
Thank you
wife.
so much. You're amazing.
Jeremy Henderson is moving his 90-year-old beach house. Moving the house will cost Jeremy $150,000. Road and building permits, a further $3,000. Restoration, a massive $400,000, bringing the total costs for this ambitious move to $553,000. It's been sliced and diced into 8 separate pieces, and today it's on the move. To add to the stress, the police have only given Mike 4 hours to do the move. Even worse, it's at night. Working in the dark causes extra problems.
Visibility, all that kind of stuff is going to come into play that, you know, isn't that fun to deal with.
And it just got a whole lot worse. The low-running trailers catch on the bumpy tarmac. They're stuck.
The support beam's in the concrete right now.
To raise it off the ground, Mike maxes out the truck's air suspension.
As high as you can go?
A risky strategy. The suspension in one of the wheels has blown under the strain.
We just had a tremendous explosion. I thought a gun went off or something. You know, the tire blew or what. I thought this might be like the end of my life. I gotta try to back everything up and reschedule. We had a little failure tonight.
The move is turning into a nightmare. Move night 2, 12 a.m. The beams run low, but miss the ground.
So far, so good. We got to go straight some more.
Pull it down there.
Here we go.
The first 4 pieces of the house, including the bathroom and master bedroom, finally make it out of the drive.
Let's go.
These parts are particularly tall, which causes big problems for Mike's team.
We measured our load. We're at about 14 feet, so we should be all right.
I think this next one coming up is 15 feet 4. Don't bother slowing on this one.
I hope this one is a little bit higher.
That was close. I barely made that one.
A particularly low bridge forces Mike to slow right down. If the roof is too high to pass under here, they may have to turn back and find another route.
Okay, this is the lowest one. Keep on going, Rich. You guys are looking good. This next 20 miles or so that we're going to be going, we can kind of relax on this. Then after that, we're going to be going on the 2-lane roads, and that'll be new territory again for us.
With the bridges behind them, Jeremy races to the new site.
And we're going to go up ahead to get ready for when they arrive.
Fearing his house may end up in the bushes, Jeremy lays out reflectors to light a safe path.
They can go right or left or straight into the pond, so we're going to hope they go to the right. Follow the reflectors on the right-hand side when you hit the fork.
The reflectors do the trick, and the first 4 pieces of the house arrive safely.
Congratulations, they're yours now.
Having worked all day, the team now face a 3rd night on the road, 11:30 p.m. Mike's team inched the roof out of the driveway onto the road.
It's a big piece of the house. It's a really important part of the house.
This time, they're prepared for the obstacles en route.
Nice work. Yeah, we got it.
Great.
Yeah.
This long living room is giving them nightmares.
Gotta watch that tail swing and a fall.
Keep on turning like that, Braden. We're all the way across Kalanianaole, the highway, and we can't turn anymore because this tail of this beam is sticking out. So we're just cutting it off.
It's taken them an hour to move just 50 feet.
Okay, Braden, look alive.
And there's 50 miles of twists and turns still to go. 1:30 a.m., move night 4. Mike's team raced the biggest section, the living room, along the highway. They had better have their measurements right.
We have a low overpass and it's coming up. Yeah, it might even touch.
Okay, Alvin, go real slow.
Slowly, slow down a little bit. Slowly, slowly.
Not only is the living room long, it's tall.
Go slowly.
Too tall.
Hop, hop, hop.
It catches on the bridge, bringing the move to a halt. This is Mike's worst nightmare.
You flat those 4 tires.
Come forward, right to here, right to here.
Okay. Get that cross curve.
The quick fix gives them a few valuable inches.
Did the trick.
They just scraped through.
We had one chance, and if that didn't work, we would have really been in kimchi. We didn't have a plan C.
The house is all here. It's been a long, tough road over the last couple of months just to get to this point. It's finally here, and I'm glad that it's going to all come together, and I'm excited, but I'm ready to go to bed.